I wanted to come on and, record some thoughts, which is basically what these videos are about. I always hear about people saying, channels are just regurgitating what they said, what they heard from other channels. And, I personally haven't made any discoveries on my own. Everything that, I know or I believe, I've been taught, and things have been explained. And of course, you make your own decisions using your discernment. Is this scriptural? Is this true? And things like that. But, for me, it's basically just reacting to things that I learn or things that I'm experiencing, nothing really new, no new information, But today I wanted to come on and post some dreams that I had. I haven't done it in a while. I do record videos a lot that I don't post just for to get my thoughts out. But I'm just thinking I'm going to just start uploading them because even though I don't really have any subscribers and no one may care, maybe someone does, and I'll put it out there. And so some of the dreams that I had, I said this before in my other video, I never had a rapture dream. I've had dreams about aliens and the government and being killed by the government, which was like in my dream, the guy who killed me represented the Antichrist or Satan's force. But, I have, since I posted dreams, I've of course had a lot more, and I have had more alien dreams. And one specifically I can remember is a couple of them were like this. I was driving in my neighborhood, and then I see the alien ships, and they're flying close to the ground. They're not like way high up there. And, you're rushing to get home. You want to get home. And the fear is incredible. I'm sure we all know how real dreams are. The fear in these dreams are incredible. And my thought and my feeling in these dreams is always like, you want to run and hide. You don't want them to see you, but really there's nowhere to run and hide, and it's scary. And it's like, even if bombs were going off, you want to run, but you don't know where to run because they could bomb anywhere. Nowhere is really safe. So even running, But anyway, in my dream, I always run to get home. And another scary dream that I had, which I think all these are end time dreams, but I dreamt about an EMP. I was driving in my car that I have now down a wooded dark road with no lights, and it was at nighttime. And then just suddenly everything stopped. The car stopped, and I knew it was an EMP. So I got out of my car and I just started running. And scary dreams. I've talked to my son about different scenarios. Not that I want to scare him, but he's probably heard so much now, it doesn't even bother him. But we talked about an EMP. And I remember after this dream, I actually tried fitting his bike in my car because I work driving 40 minutes away from my home. So I figured if there was an EMP and I had to get home, I'd have this bike. So the bike didn't fit. I carried a skateboard around for months. I don't have one right now. I actually was looking for it last week to put it in here, and I got distracted. I never finished it. But it's always good to have some kind of plan, even though right now I have nothing in my car, no skateboard, no bike, But dreams can be scary. I never had a rapture dream. And I have a lot of dreams about particularly one person that died. He was one of my favorite uncles, Uncle Chuck. And in my dream, all the time, it's the same thing. We're usually at a party and everybody's, happy. One time it was in my mom's hallway of her house. One time it was at an outdoor picnic, different scenarios. But I see Uncle Chuck and he's smiling, and I look at him. I think it's part of lucid dreaming. I look at him and I say, but you're dead. And then, he disappears. and he disappears. So that's crazy. I personally think, and in a couple of my dreams, I rebuked him in the name of Jesus. I believe that ghosts aren't ghosts. Ghosts aren't your dead grandmom, or, they're not. They're familiar spirits. It says in the Bible that the one man, he was in Sheol, and Lazarus was in Abraham's bosom, and he wanted to go back to warn his brothers. And God wouldn't let him go back. He said they have the prophets, and if they don't believe them, they're not going to believe you. And so dead people can't just come back at will. I don't know. That's what I believe. So when I get these dead people in my dreams, I rebuke them. And usually I'm aware that, yeah, you died. In the beginning, I had a dream about my grandmom who died, and I talked to her in my dream, and she spoke back to me. And then, I didn't think to rebuke it. Sometimes dreams seem real, and you maybe not think that. But anyway, yeah, dreams are crazy. Never had a rapture dream. I did have a dream I was captured by the government and being held in a facility, and the leader was up front with papers talking, and I stood up and said, you may win now, but I have ultimate victory in Jesus Christ, and he shot me in the head. So I've had really scary dreams. Of course, I'm a pre-tribulation rapture believer, but to me now, the 7-year tribulation is kind of out the door, because I learned what I think is scripturally sound things in Daniel, which I talked about in my last video. But we all know what's happening in Israel today. Horrible. I don't even want to speak about the atrocities, but we all need to pray. And I listened to a video by, I can't remember his name. His name is Will. I know his name is Will. He's a dirty blonde guy, dirty blonde hair. And he mentioned Brenda Weltner, how Brenda Weltner says for a long time that before the woman gives birth, she must go into travail. So before Israel gives birth, she has to go into travail, which is war. And it happened the feast times. And Brother Will, I love how we call each other brother or sister. I was telling someone last night that someone called me Sister Kelly. He's like, they did? I'm like, yeah, they all do. But anyway, Brother Will, he was talking about how the Feast of Tabernacles, there's an instance in the Bible where it was actually extended for 14 days during the Jubilee year, which would take us, I believe, to October 14th, which is also, I think it's the day of the eclipse. I'm not sure. That might be the 24th. But, still high watch times. Yesterday he said he comes at an hour we think not. So, that's hard, but we are getting closer. The woman is in travail. We're in the Jubilee year. And he also pointed out, Brother Will, how, it says, although it seemed to tarry, it doesn't tarry. Because there is an instance where this Feast of Tabernacle was extended past the great 8th day. I think he said 2 weeks. So, just some new information. Like I said after yesterday's video, I have no idea where I stand, other than I do believe in pre-tribulation rapture. But how long now is the tribulation, and where are we in the timeline? Supposedly people say Jesus is coming back at 30. That would push the 3.5 years left of the Daniel's 70th week to 3.5 years from now. Nobody wants to think that. Other people, it's so hard to grasp when you're learning new things, and you have to get rid of what you thought of. But I know some people believe that even though it is a 3.5 years left in Daniel's 70th week, that this is still the year. I don't know how they get to that. It's just so much. It's so much. And I'm thinking about it today. I'm like, I've been like into this for years and years, and it's just like mind-blowing. I kind of had to throw out a lot of stuff that I thought, and it's kind of like you just don't know. The more you learn, the less you know. It really is. It's mind-blowing. But we need to pray for Israel. Like I was talking about the atrocities. I heard a great video yesterday of about why the Jews are hated by the whole world, because they carry the word. They carry the word. Okay, and Satan doesn't want that. I'm sure a lot of us know his plan was originally to destroy the seed line that produced Jesus, and now he wants to just kill his people because he knows what's going to happen. So he wants to wipe Israel off the map. It's Satan. It says, we battle not against flesh and blood. It may be representing as countries and people, but ultimately it's only two. It's either God or Satan. And this guy was talking about how since the beginning of time, people persecuted and hated the Jews. And he talked about, Hitler and Haman in the book of Esther. And he was saying it wasn't Hitler's idea, it wasn't Haman's idea, it was Satan's idea. And he worked through people just like God does. So we really need to pray. And, when I heard of the beheaded babies, it just like reiterated in my mind. They want to kill the seed line. They want to wipe Israel off the face of the map. We know this. So you need to pray for Israel. I'm hoping that this is the war where God supernaturally intervenes and teaches the enemies a lesson. Wouldn't that be great? I always get them confused. I don't know if it's the Psalms or 83 or the Ezekiel. I was looking at it yesterday, but there's a lot of stuff going around in my head. I can't remember a lot. But I don't want to say that. The Lord is with me. Well, I hope everybody has a good day. Just wanted to tell you about some crazy dreams. And I hope everyone has a great day.